So what you see in front of you, this is like TradingView at its barest form. When you come and go to their website, tradingview.com, for the first time, it's gonna look something like this. Yours might be white, mine is set to dark mode, that doesn't matter. But basically what you're gonna see is candles, green and red, volume on the bottom here, your crosshair moving as you move your mouse, and you'll see these horizontal and vertical grid lines in the background, and that's to show price and time. What we're gonna do first, before we can actually get into the indicators that I use, is we're gonna change this chart to make it look how I like to look at it. So first thing that we're gonna do is right click in and go down to settings. Now, when you come into settings, there's a lot that you can play with, and I would recommend that you do that. If you're brand new to TradingView and you haven't seen my other videos about this platform, which you definitely should go watch, they're on my profile on my YouTube channel. But if you haven't seen any of that and you're just brand new here, play with this. Like, don't give up on it just because it's intimidating and there's so many different settings. It's so user-friendly and it's so easy to actually start using on a daily basis that I think it deserves a couple of days, a couple of hours even, of you just clicking around and seeing what the different settings are. The first thing that I like to do is I'll change the background from black just to a lighter gray. The next thing that I like to do is just turn off these grid lines. And when I want to get rid of something, I normally just turn the opacity all the way down. That's what you see me doing here. I want to make sure that I can see the session breaks, and I like to see them as black dotted lines. So we'll change that quickly right here. You don't see that on my chart right now because we're looking at a 1 minute chart. If we were to go up here to the top left, now you can see those vertical lines that separate each day. Now let's jump back into the settings because we're not done yet. I want to make sure that I can see the text. All the price on the right side here is gone. All the text on the bottom, it's gone. So let's change that to black so it'll stand out. Let's make that font a little bit bigger so everybody can see it. And even the scale lines, we'll make those black as well, just to show the borders of the chart and make it all clean. So we're getting somewhere now. You can see that, right? You even want to change the crosshair, you can do that. You can put a watermark in the background where it'll show you, if I go like this, it'll show you, we can make that black. The currency pair or the stock that you're trading, it'll put that in the background. I personally don't need it. I just think it's extra because you have it right up here in the top left. So that's in your appearance section. Now you can come into the trading section, and if you're actively trading and you're using TradingView, definitely give some time here to show positions, show orders, just to show yourself, hey, I can actually turn this off. That way I don't even see my stop loss and my take profit. I know that they're set and I can leave them alone. That's what I use the trading for. The events, if you're a stock trader, those are good as well. The scales, I really don't change anything here just because I want to keep my chart as simple as possible. I don't need all the bid and ask levels, the indicator names, the indicator value. I just don't need all of that labeled. The next important thing to just note is the status line. This symbol one here is in the top left. So I'm gonna keep that on, but I'm just gonna put it as the ticker to make it even smaller. You see, I wanna see as much of the chart as I can, right? Indicator titles, that's gonna be the drop-down menu here that shows your indicators. I definitely would leave that on. That way you can turn them off and turn them on. Now, the big thing with me that you've probably seen before is the black candles. So here, we're just gonna change the bodies to black. And again, it's just a solid color. If you wanted your background to be black and your candles to be white, semantics, it means the same thing. It doesn't matter to me, right? Even the wicks, make them the same color. Now we've made some progress to making this chart come to life the way that I like to use it. The reason I take the colors off the candles, for those of you that don't know, is because it removes any potential emotional reactions from candle movement. When you see a big green candle, a big green candle, a big green candle, it can make you feel like you're missing a move sometimes. And I just wanted to remove that. I mean, I did this years ago. This is not something that's new, the black candles, right? Years ago, I just wanted to remove any potential emotional reaction. So that's why we got rid of the colors. There's just no need. And in Forex, it works really well because there's not as many gaps. So you know when you're reading these candles, if it's a bullish candle and this next bar opens here and it closes here, you can read this is bullish, this is bearish, this is bullish, this is bullish, this is bearish, bearish. You can tell because the open price of the next candle is right next to the close. So depending on which way that moves, you can easily tell, is it bullish or bearish? Look at the candle right now here. This candle is bearish. It opened here at 136.21, price is down to 136.14 right now. So that's clearly coming down, clearly a bearish candle. So the colors are very unimportant. Now, to add the indicators to your screen, I've added 2 links in the description of this video, specifically for you guys. They are not public to the TradingView library just because I don't want them to get taken down again. But they are available for you if you're watching this video. This is the only place you're gonna get them. So if you go down to the description and click either of the 2 links, you're gonna wanna do it with both. It's gonna open up a separate window for you. One of our traders, he actually coded these for us recently, and it really is very, very powerful and beneficial to all of us, and he's been nice enough to share it. So you're going to come to this link. You'll see the first one will either say ASFX ADR or it'll say ASFX TDI and Asian range. You'll come to this screen, and what you're going to do is click Add to Favorites. See how mine says Remove from Favorites? You want to add it to your favorites and give it a few minutes, okay? If it doesn't add to your favorites list in a second, don't comment on this video and say, Austin, where is it? Where is it? Give it a few seconds, refresh your TradingView, and it will be there. So once you hit Add to your favorites, you can come back into TradingView, go to the indicator bar up here at the top, and in your favorites, see how I have ADR and EMAs and Asian range from our brother Pete, right? If we click ADR, that was the indicator we were just looking at here. Now you can see here are my two green horizontal lines. Each day they present. You see them? Yesterday was 96, today's 110. That shows me the average range that this pair should move. Now it's calculating that based on the last 5 days of movement. So it's just a simple average, right? And that's just a really powerful indicator for me. If I'm looking to take a trade and there's no space left on an average day, on the average daily range, then I know this might not move much further today. So it might be a trade that I want to pull away from. In the same sense, if there's space to move and you have room to move on average daily range, then it could be a trade that you consider. So average daily range is a really powerful indicator that we use. And again, the link for that is in the description down below. You'll also find the link for the EMAs and the Asian range. If you click that, once it's added to your favorites, it's going to look like this. So it just added a bunch of colorful lines and a gray box to the start of every day. What I like to do, if you double click on the indicator, it'll open it up. I like to brighten up this yellow, that's my 8 EMA, and I like to brighten up and even make a little bit thicker the red line as well, because I want to see that 8 and 21. It's very important for me. Now the 200 and the 50, I'm going to leave those thin just because they aren't as significant to me in the short term for the day trading that I like to do. And I also don't like how the indicator fills the Asian range with this gray shaded area. I don't need that. I just need the high and low marked because I'm looking to see if those levels are broken. So I turned off the fill, and it's that simple. Now, at this point, you've done some work. Before we go and put the TDI in, what I would do is save your chart. So you can come to the top here and you can rename it and save it. You can also set this up to be a template, and you can save the template for yourself, as I have already right here. The final piece that we're missing is the TDI. Now the TDI is available in the public library. I have it saved here. My brother was the one that actually made this for us a while back. Just search ASFX TDI in the public library right here, add that, and you're good to go. Now you have your TDI and your EMAs and your Asian range and your ADR. All right there with 3 indicators. So now I don't even think you'll need the premium version because we put it together in 3 indicators, not 5 like it used to be. It's fantastic. So Pete and everybody that is on our ASFX team that went into making this, thank you. And everybody watching this, thanks you as well. So this is how I set up my chart for the day. The other thing that I do is I will adjust this TDI briefly. I might make these levels black instead of gray, something like that. But I don't really change too much off the standard just because it's what I'm used to. You can customize the colors, you can customize the way the lines are painted. I don't care. No one, that's up to you. But really, this is the foundation for what you need if you're going to be following ASFX trading systems, if you're going to be following the way that I trade.